So I want to talk about the cerebellum and its role in hitting a baseball. So Yogi Berra has a famous quote, think how you're supposed to think and hit at the same time, right? So when you're up to bat, you shouldn't be thinking about those little minute details of your swing. You can have a plan of what you want to do, but you shouldn't be thinking about those little details. So in motor learning, the prefrontal cortex is the cognitive part of your brain, so that decision-making processes. And that's usually active when you're first learning a skill. But once you learn that skill, so if you have your swing down, that shifts back into your cerebellum. So if you have your swing down and you know what you're going up there to do, that motor plan is already stored in your cerebellum. All right, so what happens when you're swinging, it aids in pretty much the whole process. So when that pitcher goes to throw the ball, your cerebellum, like I talked about, that gaze stabilization, so it can help track that ball, but your eyes aren't technically fast enough to track the ball the whole time. So what the cerebellum does is it tracks that ball and it creates a plan in your head of where that ball is going to end up when it crosses the plate. But it also helps in coupling that swing, that motor plan of your swing, to where now you know from this gaze stabilization and where this ball is going to end up, or where you think it's going to end up. And then you can couple that motor plan of your swing to have an accurate swing to make contact with that ball as it crosses the plate. So the cerebellum aids in tracking that ball and coupling that motor plan of your swing to make an accurate swing where the ball is going to cross the plate without you having to actively think about it. So that's why it's so important for that cerebellum to be utilized and that motor learning program to be stored in that cerebellum compared to actively having to think about hitting.